How to talk in English. It was a cold, quiet evening in the small town of Rosewood, USA. The air outside was crisp, and the faint glow of the streetlights cast long shadows on the empty streets. Inside, Emma sat by the window, staring out into the dark night, her thoughts heavy with a sense of dread. She had an important job interview tomorrow at a top company, but there was one problem that weighed her down like an anchor in the sea. She couldn't speak English very well. You see, Emma had always struggled with English. In school, she had tried, but the words never seemed to come out right. They tangled in her mind, making her feel embarrassed and shy every time she tried to speak. The thought of speaking English in front of others made her stomach churn. She dreamed of a life where she could confidently express her thoughts, where English would no longer be a barrier but a bridge to her dreams. But for now, it felt like a mountain too high to climb. As the clock ticked away, Emma's heart began to race. She was afraid that her inability to speak fluently would cost her this golden opportunity. But in that moment, she remembered something her mother had told her years ago. Emma, the key to success is never giving up. With every small step, you'll get closer to your goal. Just believe in yourself. Emma took a deep breath and made a promise to herself. Tomorrow, no matter what, she would give it her all. She would speak in English, and she would face her fear. This story, my friends, is not just Emma's story. It's a story that so many of us can relate to. There are moments in life when we feel stuck, when we feel that we are not good enough, and when we believe that we will never improve. But what if I told you that you are capable of learning English and speaking it fluently? What if I told you that you could become someone who speaks confidently, someone like Emma, who once doubted herself but later stood strong, speaking with pride? Today, I'm here to show you the path, the strategy, and the secrets to mastering English. This speech will take you on a journey, and by the end, you'll understand how simple steps and patience can help you become fluent in English. I promise you that by the time you finish listening, you will feel excited, motivated, and ready to take on the challenge. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about this. What if you could speak English with ease? What if you could read your favorite books, watch movies without subtitles, and have conversations with people from all over the world? Wouldn't that be amazing? Let's start with the basics. How do we actually learn to talk in English? 1. Listening is key before you speak. You must first listen. Imagine trying to learn a song without listening to the music. It's almost impossible, right? The same goes for learning English. Listening is the foundation. When you listen to native speakers, whether it's through movies, podcasts, or conversations, you begin to pick up the sounds, rhythm, and pronunciation of the language. Think about how babies learn to speak. They don't start by reading books or writing. They listen to their parents and caregivers. Over time, they begin to understand the sounds and words, and eventually, they start speaking. Similarly, if you want to speak English fluently, you must first expose yourself to the language. Start by watching movies or TV shows in English. Listen carefully to the way people speak. Notice their tone, their expressions, and the words they use. This will help you internalize the language. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Just listen, and gradually, you will start to understand more and more. 2. Speak every day now. Let's talk about speaking. The truth is, you can read all the grammar books and listen to hundreds of hours of English content, but if you don't speak, you will never improve. Speaking is where the magic happens. It's where you put everything you've learned into practice. But here's the catch: you don't need to wait until you're perfect. In fact, you shouldn't wait. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Start by speaking to yourself. Describe what you see around you. Talk about your day, your thoughts, and your feelings. Even if no one is listening, this is valuable practice. Find a language partner. This could be a friend, a teacher, or even someone online. The goal is to get used to speaking, making mistakes, and learning from them. Don't be afraid of making errors. Every mistake is a step closer to improvement. 3. Build vocabulary. A strong vocabulary is the backbone of fluency. The more words you know, the more you can express yourself. But learning vocabulary is not just about memorizing words, it's about using them in context. Instead of learning words in isolation, try to learn them in phrases or sentences. For example, instead of memorizing the word happy, learn phrases like I'm feeling happy or she made me happy. This way, you'll remember the words better, and you'll be able to use them correctly in conversations. 4. Think in English. One of the biggest challenges for learners is translating from their native language into English. This takes time and effort, but if you want to become fluent, you must start thinking in English. This will help you speak more naturally and quickly. When you wake up in the morning, try thinking in English. Describe your surroundings or what you're planning to do. When you're in a store, try to think of the English words for the items around you. Over time, this will become second nature. 5. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I know it's scary. I know it's hard. But you must embrace mistakes if you want to improve. When we make mistakes, we learn. Every time you speak and make a mistake, you're one step closer to mastering English. Remember Emma? She was afraid of making mistakes, but she chose to move forward anyway. She spoke despite her fear, and over time, her confidence grew. So, don't worry about being perfect. Just speak and improve as you go. 6. Be consistent. Consistency is the secret sauce to success. Learning English isn't something you can do once in a while and expect to improve. It's about practicing every day. Even if you only have 10 minutes, use that time wisely. Set a schedule. Make learning English a part of your daily routine. Whether it's listening to a podcast during breakfast, speaking with a friend after work, or reading an article before bed, make it a habit. 7. Use technology to your advantage. We live in a world full of resources that can help us learn English faster. There are countless apps, websites, and tools designed to help you practice speaking, listening, and reading in English. Use these to your advantage. Some of the most popular apps for learning English include Duolingo, Babbel, and HelloTalk. These apps allow you to practice on the go, at your own pace. They offer everything from vocabulary lessons to speaking exercises, making it easier for you to stay consistent and motivated. 8. Set realistic goals. Learning a language can feel overwhelming, but the key is to break it down into manageable pieces. Set small, realistic goals for yourself. Instead of saying, "I want to speak perfect English," try saying, "I want to learn 10 new words today," or "I want to hold a 5-minute conversation in English." Celebrate your progress. Every time you meet a goal, no matter how small, take a moment to acknowledge your achievement. This will keep you motivated and remind you that you're on the right track. 9. Surround yourself with English. The more you surround yourself with English, the faster you will learn. This doesn't just mean watching English movies or listening to English music. It means finding ways to immerse yourself in the language every day. Join online communities, participate in discussions, and make friends who speak English. The more you practice in real-life situations, the more you'll feel comfortable speaking. 10. Be patient. Learning English takes time. It won't happen overnight, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. There will be days when you feel frustrated, and there will be days when you feel like giving up. But remember, every step forward is progress. Think of Emma. It took time for her to gain confidence, but eventually, she achieved her dreams. If she can do it, so can you. The power of English. Imagine being able to travel the world, meet new people, and explore new opportunities, all because you can speak English. English is not just a language, it's a key that opens doors to countless possibilities. By learning how to speak English, you're not just learning words and grammar, you're learning to connect with others, to express yourself, and to unlock your true potential. English is a bridge to the world, and it's a bridge that you can cross, step by step. A final thought: you are capable of learning English. You are capable of mastering this language and using it to change your life. Every step you take brings you closer to fluency, and every effort you make is worth it. So, take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and start today. The journey may be long, but I promise you it will be worth it. Don't wait for the perfect moment, create it. And as Emma proved, the only way to truly fail is to give up. So, keep going, keep speaking, and keep learning. The world is waiting for you. Thank you for listening. If you found this speech helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips and guidance on mastering English. The adventure has just begun, and I can't wait to see where it takes you.